welcome back to our Skyblock world. Check it out, check it out. We can only just see in the dark here, I guess, but look how much ice we have. We have so much ice. So this is the basically we built one of these on stream last week. I effectively just did copy pasta 3 more times, and yeah, this is the result. We've got so much ice now. So this generates about 5,800 ice when it's full, which is not to be sneezed at. Unfortunately, because of how expensive it is to compact the ice down, by the time we've compacted that into compressed ice, 9 ice make 1 compressed ice, and then again into blue ice, 9 compressed ice make 1 blue ice. We end up with a lot less than we started with. And let me just eat a little bit. But yeah, this is it's not the fastest farm in the world. It takes about 8 to 9 hours for it to fully fill up. But hey, that's a I can sort of leave it running, go to bed, go to work or something, and by the time I get back, we have ice. But yeah, so once it's formed, we can just get in here, create ourselves a bit of a staircase up. Sorry, distractions. Just look at this guy. Look at this guy. This mod, man, the night sky and the snowy biomes with the complementary unbound shaders is just, it's beautiful, and it's beautiful. I mean, that is a desktop background if ever I saw one, right? Just this whole skyscape. But yeah, we can, any problem we have is not having elytras or anything yet. We have to slowly make our way up to the top, and then we can start to carve it out. Actually, before I do that, let's sleep. Let's get some light, as there is no point in us doing this in the dark. Well, the sky is beautiful, and it's a shame to sleep it away, but a bit of light. Yeah, here we go. Look at this in the daylight. Look at these pillars of ice that we have here. Actually, let's go to the cheaty cam a sec, just to really look at it. Look at that. That is a satisfying amount of ice. I mean, this has to be one of the coolest farms we've built. Actually, one of these days I will actually remember the keybind tool shaders, but let's I don't think I've actually looked at this without the shaders on. What have we got? It's under video settings, shader pack. Let's disable the shaders. Hey, look at that. That's even in plain vanilla, that is pretty impressive, right? I mean, The only downside is this. This is ugly, and that's what we're going to hopefully be fixing today. But yeah, hey, I guess without the shaders, I guess that makes this vanilla ice, right? Vanilla ice. No, that was bad. That was bad. I apologize now. I would see myself out, but then there'd be no one to actually do anything on the stream. So, okay. So, which side was I going on? Yeah. So I think we'll mine some of this out. I think. But yeah, it sort of just builds itself up, and it just continues to regenerate the block. It starts at this side, and then once this side is full up to the top, it moves on to the next, and then ice is slippery. Oh, there's some down here. Let's grab that as well. The only trouble I have is getting out of this hole is a pain. Unfortunately, though, if we cover anything over there up, then it will not allow us. It will not allow the ice to form. The ice needs access to the sky for it to actually form. And putting any kind of block or even glass or ice or whatever above it will prevent it from. Okay. Yeah, this is quite satisfying as well. This is so it's a manual farm, this one, and there are probably better designs out there, but this is quite satisfying. I love watching the. Once it's clear, I just love watching the pistons run back and forth as well. As it sort of forms the ice, pushes all the ice blocks up. Oh, so that's the next one. We don't need to be mining that one out. Oh. Hey, here we go. Yeah, just so it takes a little while to mine out. Has a delightful little ting to it as you mine it though, which is quite cool. Bit of Minecraft ASMR here for you, but yeah, it's we can mine all of this out, and this should give us a good. Well, we should at the end have over 1,000 ice just from this one. And then I can show you just how heartbreaking the blue ice recipe really is. So, we're getting down to the level where we can quickly. Here we go. Sorry, the chat window is a bit tiny, so I'm squinting a bit to look at it, so I should probably zoom in a bit for my old man eyes. Where did I... see it. Oh, you've got vanilla ice stuck in your head now. Ice, baby. Da, 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 da. Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty brutal on the pickaxe, right? It's like, I think by the time I've done the whole thing, it sort of burns down the pick to, well, where we've taken maybe a quarter of the pick roughly off already. And I just healed this up before the stream as well. Well, I haven't used it since I healed it up last night, but yeah, it's like that was just one of our 4 sections. As I said, it's a little bit of a pain getting out this part, but not much we can really do about that. Because, well, I guess I could bring I need to cover these 2 ends. Otherwise, the ice blocks below them will, otherwise the water sources below them will melt. Sorry, will freeze, and then the whole farm will stop working, because once the ice forms and it gets pushed out, we then need the water blocks here and along the back here, fill this part in, and that is how we get new water to freeze and push out again. Yeah, and then here we go. So it's already starting to build now, right? So yeah, that's how our farm works. As I said, it's just, at the moment, it is just a weird floating disc in the sky. And so, did I get snow on top of the ice? The snow is, I don't think the snow forms on top, does it? No. Yeah, no, so the snow won't form up here. All of this other snow I have placed myself. Yeah, no, I don't think the snow settles on top of the ice. Otherwise, it would, which kind of makes sense from a game design perspective. Because I missed one. Damn it. It kind of makes sense from the design perspective, because otherwise the frozen ice biomes would just be like a snowy mountain, like the jagged ice peaks biome and things that you get in the ocean. Those would basically just look like snowy mountains, the same as the snowy peaks biome. So it's like I guess they kind of can't have the snow settling on the ice if they want to keep those biomes distinct. But yeah, check this out. So all of this ice, we have. So we have what, 9, 18 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18 plus 7, 25 and a half stacks. 25 and a half stacks of ice right now, right? 25 and a half. And then when we start to compress it down, 20. 20 blue ice. that's all of that ice yields 20 blue ice. We've got a bit of snow down here as well. So what I did do while I was building the others is I harvested the snow layers that formed. So yeah, so for the blue ice, I'll only get 1 and a bit stacks from this whole thing. What is the blue ice used for? So, to be fair, the blue ice is basically a bit of a flex. Yep, only 20. 20 blue ice. The compressed ice is, which is the middle stage, does pretty much everything the blue ice does, but the blue ice is slightly more slippery. So things move on it ever so slightly faster, but not actually fast enough for it to make a real and meaningful difference. But if we can have the blue ice, I think we'll see over time, and we'll see how we get on. So the compressed ice will, so the compressed ice will basically do for most purposes we're going to have, and it might be that we just use the compressed ice, but let me see if I can. Do I have? Oh, I do have some wood. Okay, so this is the this is sort of the idea. Hang on, let's get some light. And then we'll have to put everything we have on us away, because I do not trust myself at all in this. But let's take the blue ice first, and then let's make ourselves a boat. So where this comes in handy is, which way can I go? It's going to give me the. Alright, let's put one there. Still one. Don't want anything spawning down here. Oh. Okay, so that's it's 19 ice there. Okay. Let's put this back. Also, while we're here, we'll dump everything else in there, because there's a high chance of stupidity here. Very high chance of stupidity. Oh, stop. Okay, so what we need to do is put a boat down here. Am I going to hit that? Yeah. So, so this is the speed of a boat on land. It's too dark to see. Hang on. Let me put some more torches in. So compressed ice and ice are different in that if I did this to regular ice, the light from the torches would melt the regular ice, but the compressed and the blue ice don't melt. So that is one, but that is why we need at least the compressed ice, but also, hang on, let's see if we can get this to work. Okay, so if I can, so yeah, if you look at the speed of this boat, it moves so quick on the ice that the boat moves so quick that we can add. It's actually one of it's actually, I think it's the fastest way to travel in a straight line in Minecraft. So even though we have like our carts will move us at about, I think, 8 meters per second. And then we have our fancy boots with the soul speed 3 and We have our fancy boots with the Soul Speed 3, and that also gets us to about the same sort of 8-ish meters per second. If we're running, we get to about 5, right? So so that is that. Whereas with the boats, I think the max we can get up to is about 16 meters per second, so twice as fast. So yeah, the idea is that eventually, I think, at the moment, our Nether highway, so our tunnels that we've been building in the Nether to connect everything, that has a line of soul sand along the middle with the rails on top, and that's what we've been using to run around. I think what I'll do is I might run 2 lines of soul sand along the sides and run blue ice along the middle, and then the rail along the top of the blue ice. So that will mean that we can run a minecart along it if we want to, or if we're in a hurry, we can take the boat, or we can run along the edge. We just have I think that gives us the biggest variety of ways to move around. I do kind of like the idea of just moving around by minecart though. The minecarts are fun. I mean, the blue ice is quick and the speed is cool, but yeah, the minecarts are just cool, right? It's a bit like an old school roller coaster. But yeah, so when I run it in the tunnels, it's gonna have sort of they'll have like sides and walls and things, so it'll be less there'll be less risk of us sort of going off the edge and falling. But yeah, it's I keep back and forthing on it, because I'm not sure. I just don't know what I really want. Oh, these are all full again. So what I've also been doing here is, what I set up before I even started the ice farm is that there is a powdered snow farm, which is also another manual farm that we just sort of have to leave and wait to fill up. Let me get a bucket quick. I can show you that. So powdered snow is a horrible block in most games, in that it's effectively it's a trap. So these will spawn in the overworld in a normal game, in the icy biomes, and you kind of have to keep an eye on the floor as you're walking around. You can't sort of just run around in the snow, because unless you have leather boots on. Because what these blocks do is they have no hitbox, so you just end up inside them, and then you can see now it's all getting a bit frosty. And give it a sec. Yeah. So now I'm frozen and taking damage, and it will sort of it'll dot you. You'll get a sort of damage over time all the time you're in there. But they do have some uses. So if you use a dispenser or a dropper, sorry, and put, well, these can be picked up and placed by a dispenser with a bucket in it. And if you use a dropper pointing into powdered snow, the items lose their horizontal momentum and just have the vertical. So they fall straight down. So if we have a farm if we have a farm that we have sort of up high, and then we need to drop things down onto a hopper below, we can hook up some droppers, point them into some powdered snow, and it will push down. Or if we're dropping it down with the ice. So this is something we'll do when we get round to looking at upgrading our gold farm. So at the moment we have a bunch of really sort of shoddy redstone around there to try and keep up with the amount of items that thing actually produces. What we're going to be, and that's because with a lack of ice and things, not being able to use water in the nether either, we're basically bound by the speed at which hoppers work, and that farm is producing items at least sort of, I don't know, like 8, 9, 10 times faster than the hoppers can move them around. So what we'll be able to do instead is we'll be able to use one of these powdered snow blocks, have a bunch of dispensers pointing into it. Dispensers run faster than the hoppers, so hopefully they will be able to clear out what's coming in. Actually, no, sorry, it's well, yeah, it's picking things up at 6 times the speed of a hopper, maybe a bit more than 6 times, and it's processing it at maybe 4 and a bit, so it backs up effectively. That's the trouble with the gold farm. But with the ice, we can just we can use one of these powdered snows to drop the items in. We can then batch them up so the hoppers can deal with them. We can maybe put some faster filters in, and then we'll just be able to have a nice sort of clean thing to pick up the blocks we want. We'll pick up the blocks we want. We'll and then everything else can just go skidding along the ice and end up in a lava cauldron or something. And we won't have to, or effectively just go flying into a fire and burn up, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Whereas at the moment we actually have to process all of those swords that are dropped, all of the rotten flesh that is dropped, all of the piglin heads from the heads mod. So all of that sort of backs up the system, and I guess, and some of, well, it makes it a bit lossy because so some of the gold will just not be able to be picked up, and then eventually it will despawn. And it makes the game a bit laggy as well. But yeah, so yeah, leather boots. Leather boots are. I always thought leather boots were a bit crap and completely unnecessary in the game. So I've never really historically made leather armor at all. I'll just run around naked till I can get some iron, right? But yeah, the boots are actually useful. So there's a special property of the boots that if you have the boots, so if you walk on this, see, I sink in. If you have leather boots, then you will basically stay on the top and won't sink into the snow. So if you are exploring a snowy biome, be sure to pack your leather shoes. Just make sure you switch back to your decent stuff before you do anything more risky. I guess yeah. As I said, I always thought the leather armor was completely useless, but it turns out actually it's actually very useful. That one mechanic redeems it all in my eyes. I guess it's also useful for decorative purposes, right? So you can dye the leather armor and make it different colors and put it on armor stands and stuff, or I guess if you're sort of more role-playing inclined. Okay, so these are empty. These can fill up while we're doing our building again. we've got a fair little stash of the old powdered snow here now. The idea is that what this operation will eventually move to this island here when I finish building that. This one will be our ice island. This one will be sort of our powdered snow and other sort of ice related things biome. Hopefully we'll get some well, eventually I will put a grass block up there and we'll get that going as grass as well, and then hopefully we'll get some foxes and some Arctic foxes and some white rabbits spawning. That'd be pretty cool. And then this one over here, this small one, is going to be where our nether portal will go. So eventually, where is it now? I'm going to get rid of we've got our nether portal all the way up there. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to move one. I'm going to build a new one over there. And then that one I will link up to our little network of tunnels. Yeah, the foxes and the bunnies are cute. Unfortunately, though, the foxes and the bunnies, they do not play nice with each other. So, I think we're basically, we can farm the bunnies and we can try and get the bunnies and try and get them back to our main base. Put them with the other animals that we have. But we'll have to try and do so while protecting them from the foxes, who will basically just kill them in an instant. Foxes are actually quite lethal to pretty much all livestock, which is, I guess, a fair, more realistic depiction of them, but annoying when you're trying to build a zoo or whatever, or just have all of the pets. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I think, so we want to build these islands out, and I want to turn it into something that looks like an island. So I want to give it a base, and so I've got a bit of materials here. So I've got some stone, and then I've also got some deep slate, some tuff, and some blackstone over there. So the idea I'm having is, we're going to start at the top. Let's go to the cheetah camp for a sec. So I don't have that much space here, but I want to start at the top, and I want to come down a little bit here with the stone, and then I want to start eventually mixing in some tuff, because I feel like tuff is a good transition from the stone, and then eventually go down darker and darker with each level. Let me actually go back and I'll grab some blocks and show you what I mean. Yeah, so if we start with the stone. We come down a bit with the stone, and then we'll move on to the tuff. So we use some stone. We've got some andesite as well. So andesite is a nice sort of lighter version of the stone. Then we've got some tuff. Then we've got the deep slate, and then we've got the blackstone. So let's find this bit of sunshine that we can put these down in. So we've got andesite, stone, tuff. Yeah, so I'm sort of hoping we can sort of get a little bit of a thing. So that's up near the top where it's lighter. A little bit of this mixed in with the stone to give it a bit of a feel. Then we move into the tuff as we go down a bit. And then we get to the blackstone, the deep slate, and then at the bottom the thing. So we'll sort of have, the underneath will be mostly this blackstone, where the sun doesn't get to it. Transitioning a bit into this, and hopefully it will sort of look a bit darker. So we're going to have a bit of a curve around it, and as we go down, we'll get darker in color. And then we'll mix some of these into the stone for flare. So let's take this down because this is all spawnable now. Yeah, so that's going to be our little build palette, as they say. I think, but we'll start with the stone. And I want these to actually look like islands. I want them to look like they exist. And then once we've done that, we'll get some wooden bridges across. I'm actually a little bit concerned about the bridges though. So it's like I want our nether portal to be here. I'll probably have a 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 nether portal as a cube. And then like here I'll have a bridge across to there. But it's a bit late now that all the islands are in, but that's a big bridge, right? I'm not quite sure what I want to do around the bridges and how they're going to look. But yeah, it could be that the bridge is a bit too long. I mean, I guess I need a sort of a more boxy sort of long bridge rather than, I was sort of thinking initially I was just going to have a little arch bridge between them, but it's definitely too long for that, right? It's not. It's going to look a bit weird. So I think what I'll need is sort of is more of a bridge that has sort of sides and a roof, and a floor, a straight floor that runs across, and then we'll have to put something in there to make it look like it's got some support. Well, that is a problem for the future. We will leave that one to future me, and for now we will have a look at getting our wall up. So what have we got here? We need some scaffolding. I think if you take a cobble and a slab and a torch. Oh, that's something else as well. So what do you guys think of this? So I've put the sea pickles into all of the water sources around here. I think it gives it a pretty cool little sort of they have like a nice little eerie sort of light to them, I think, when it comes through the ice. But yeah, no, it will be an ice bridge, or well, yeah, in this case an ice bridge. An ice bridge. But yeah, so but no, I have a design I've used before that I might see about reusing that. I think it might work, might not. But we'll see if that works. It's one that I sort of came up with my old survival world, and then I've used it again in sort of others that worlds that I've been mucking around on since. Okay, so then, oh, we don't want the smooth stone. We actually, this is the one type of stone we're not going to use because it's a bit harsh. Doesn't work for what we're after at all. So then, okay, so we need to get up. We need to get up there. This is the problem. Can we? No, we can't place a block that far up. So, thinking if we put that there, put this here. Totally going to kill myself, aren't I? I'm leaving the pick behind. We'll make this non-spawnable. I think what we need is to go sort of a bit of a scaffolding. So we go out one more this way, one that way. I can't work out if we're above or slightly off. No, we are above, aren't we? Yeah. Oh. I mean, this is one way to find out, I guess. No, the scaffolding can't sit on the... Alright. We'll at least be able to get out. We'll at least be able to scaffold out a bit. We'll just have to keep moving this as we go. What is it this way? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go in one, and then this was 3 wide, so another 2. Oh. Ah, okay. Counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is this? Ah, okay, no. Okay, so that one was the confusing one. So I'm thinking this bit we probably want to come along a bit. So we're going to want this to come down at least 2. And I'm thinking probably want to vary it up a bit in how far it comes down after that. So 2 or 3. Two or 3 along. And then behind this we want to put another sort of circle. And we'll just bring it in a little bit each time. I guess we need one on that. That's come down enough. Yeah, let's have a look and see how that looks. So that's it's a bit too thick there, I think. Maybe this, but one. Maybe it will need to go up 1 layer. Let's go sleep. Yeah, this is also going to act as a sort of a practice run for when we get to our big island. When we get to our big island, we'll basically just need to do this on a massive scale. No, I left the pick behind because I didn't trust myself. Okay, I think we're just going to have to keep the pick on us, and if we lose it, we will have to go make another one. Oh, are you off, story? I actually don't know how you managed to stay out this late. Which feels like such an old person thing to be saying, but this guy got 1, this is 2. in there. Okay, so now if I cheat cam it out, it looks a bit less terrible. I think maybe, yeah, maybe one of these could go up a bit as well. Maybe that one. Yeah, this is. I think this is all going to be a bit of feeling it out and seeing how we go. So let's put one there. So free cam. Okay, so it's starting to look a little bit jagged. And then I guess this one, then we start to come in a bit. Can I actually, okay, so this will make it easier. So from here I can actually just jump up and place the blocks. I guess we just need to curve. Actually, I'm also thinking we probably need to grab some torches, right? Because what we're also creating here is a giant, it's going to be a giant dark space. So places like here. Can we see the light level? Yes, that's all lit now. I'm going to need a block up there as well. And yeah, I think the idea is we're just going to have to go all the way around like this. Fill it in. And sort of, I think we'll go like round and then we'll bring it in a bit and we'll just go around in circles, I think. And then we'll probably go back at the end and swap some of the edge for andesite. So let's try and not sacrifice too much scaffolding to the wood. If we come over to here, that went in the right direction. That's the one I'm mostly worried about. Okay. Alright, we've already lost 3 scaffolding to the void. This is going to get pricey. Maybe we need to come back a little bit from the edge instead. Because we can always sort of reach over a bit. Actually thinking about it, do we even need this? Oh. There we go. Do we even need the scaffolding, or can we just put down this block and then we'll be able to reach? So come over here if I want to put. Okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, so I think this is actually going to be a better way of doing it. It falls. It's because it falls in. It sort of, when you break it, it goes off in a random trajectory, which, I mean, I think in most cases is fine. can always just go and get it. You don't have a massive hole in the hole below you. And then yeah, and then we come back along the back here of this. Can we get? Oh. What have I done here? It's going to be, as I said, mostly trial and error because I've never really done this sort of stuff before, but I did have a little bit of a practice in a world I was using over the Christmas break. I was playing with some friends and I decided to build myself a floating island. Didn't really get it. Didn't really manage to finish it, but I at least got a little bit of practice. But it's I'm still not entirely confident in what I'm doing. Okay, so I think if we go over here, let's yeah, I think this is gonna work. But why is there water flowing? Where is it? You mean the water over here? That water is coming from the top there, and it's basically it's just a makeshift elevator to get up to the top there. And because it's a waterlogged slab that is up there, it doesn't freeze, so the water keeps running. And the only water that can freeze is the flowing water. Sorry, it's the water sources. The flowing water itself can't be frozen. So the water sources eventually freeze, and then the water itself stops. But okay, so I guess here we need to come out one back. Put one there. It could have been the shading. Yeah, there shouldn't be any running water around here. Is it getting dark again, or is it just snow? It's just snow. Though the sun is going down. Yeah, even the snow is kind of pretty, right? It's the winter biomes in Minecraft are actually, when you've got some shaders and stuff going, are actually ridiculously pretty. So I'm not sure who deserved the credit, right? The like, is it the Minecraft devs for the terrain they came up with, or is it the shader mod devs for giving us the shaders? What do? Oh, okay. I think it might have been the shadow. So I think when the sun shines through the ice, it gives a sort of, it picks up a bit of a blue hinge, and then as it's moving, you get a little ripple. And then when the sun is behind that, it also casts a sort of bluish hue and a ripple as well. Yeah, I've been trying some different texture packs as well. So what was it I was trying? I tried the Faithful 64X texture pack, which is meant to be sort of a more high-res version of, it's meant to be in keeping with things, but a bit slightly higher res. I actually didn't like it. And I've tried the default, I've tried the, what was it? I think, do I still have it loaded here? Yeah, I tried the default HD one as well. On this world before, and the pixelatedness is, when it's too sharp, it's not right. But then I've also in the past I've played with oh, hang on, these are too low now, aren't they? So I need at least some of them to be one higher. Well, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's, if I have one around here that's a bit higher. So I think two is going to be the baseline, and then the odd one up and down. Probably more down than up is what I'm after here with the pattern. Yeah, I think that's. Oh. I think that's what we're after. What we're doing here. So this, I need one there. One there. I wonder if I could take out some of these unnecessary ones as well. So we don't have things up here that don't that have a block in front of them, so that all the blocks are basically facing the edge. Yeah, I think that's all of those. Okay, wow, this corner is so close. I'm hoping it will fit in. I might have to finagle that a little bit to make sure that our little railway there fits in, path fits in. Okay, let's go 2 there. Okay, and then maybe we go 1 and 3 there. It's going to look weird, isn't it? Let's go with 2 there though. Bring it right in. Maybe like that. Are you going to fit in here? Okay, so we're going to have to be a bit weird on the corners, I think. This one one then needs to come here. Oh. And then maybe I need to put a torch up here somewhere. This one here, let's come back and down one. Why are you going to do me like this, Minecraft? I lost it as well. Okay, let's put one there, and then we'll take this one out the front. I think. Come down a bit there. Bring that down 2. What's this looking like now? Because we want to. It's a bit samey, which is basically what I'm trying to avoid the most. What to do? I think I should definitely take one of these up, maybe that one. Go up one level. And then this, what if I swap these around? Take that one up. Yeah, I feel it's definitely more art than science. There's no. If I take that out there, then maybe. Where's the other one? So here. Where I bring that out. Take that up. Oh. And put a block in there. What do we look like now? Oh, no. This is how I'm going to die today. I'm going to be F5ing instead of weird cheat camming. No, that's not the one. I should probably do this one. What am I doing with my camera? Here we go. So, did that one. We said, was it this one? Take that one out. Oh. Ooh, right, avoid there. And then we'll take some of these out. Oh, one more lost. What do we have now? Now it's looking more samey the other way. So I think maybe I switched that one back. switch that one back. This is where I'm starting to see why sort of folk have sort of camera accounts for projects now when they're doing big projects, so they can just sort of leave it parked somewhere, get a feel for what it looks like from a distance while they're up close making the changes. I'm not sure I can justify buying a second Minecraft account just for that though. Okay, this is starting to come together a bit here, I think. So how many rows have we done now? 1, 2, 3 rows. Maybe the next one I should start to mix in a little bit of the tough. We'll see. Let's clear these up. Okay. And then let's have a look over here. I do have to be careful though that when I'm putting these torches underneath that it's not melting this snow. As otherwise, as I enclose the torches, it's going to create spawnable space. The snow up there is basically, if you put down 2 layers of snow, then it basically blocks any mobs from spawning. They can spawn on 1 layer, but not 2. Okay. So it acts a bit like putting down carpets or other ways that we can, or slabs. Yeah, I thought of all the ways I could spawn proof up there, I kind of wanted the snow. I wanted it to feel cold. So like when I do that island over there, when I do that, I'll probably have less snow. I'll have some grass and stuff there, but I'll also have, I don't know, I'll have like a fire or something, and I'll basically gear it up a little bit to, like with rhyme and reason as to why there's no sort of snow there. And then I can also use things like the glow lichen to put, because there's only, I think, light levels over 10 that prevent the snow forming. So there we go. We go to 1 there. But yeah, I think it's only snow. I think if I remember right, it's 10. Light level 10 prevents the spawning. Okay, that could be cool. We'll have a little extra bump here in the corner, and then maybe we just go. Oh no, this is the. This is already at a few, isn't it? Yes, carpet pressure plates would stop things spawning as well, but I think buttons. I like to use the moss carpets a lot as a sort of don't they don't sort of intrude too much. We've got this, but the moss carpets won't really fit here. So, but the snow effectively does the same. You just have to double up the layers. All right. Let's see what this side's starting to look like. I feel like I need a bit more of the higher ones. Maybe it's not too bad. I've got a couple of 1 meter, 1 block deep ones here. Some 3s. Just need it to be sort of consistent, but where's my the Palmos is pretty cool as well. I guess those are good for actually if you've got a stone floor. The Palmos texture. So I think like you've got the snow layers for covering snow, as we've got. So as we've got here, we've got these are good for like spawn proofing some snowy areas. Then you've got the moss for what am I doing? Here we go. We've got the moss that's pretty good for like covering grass. If you want to spawn proof something in a grassy area. The moss is really good. And then if you want to do the same in a cave now, I guess previously you had to say glow lichen and stuff, but that would actually give off some light. But I think glow lichen was about the best you had in the past, whereas now I think the pound moss on the stone is actually a pretty cool combination. Let's go deeper there. Yeah, that's going to give it a... I think that will work. Okay, let's put the second layer in behind this. So where are we? We're here. So we need to come down to there. And again. Oh. Yeah, that's what I mean. On the cobblestone or the andesite, those carpets look really good. They tie in really well. Even on tough as well, I think. I think the colouring of the Palmos in general is very similar to the tough. So if you're looking to spawn proof somewhere with some tough, it'd probably be a good one as well. Although to some extent, the main reason I end up using the moss on the grass is so that I can effectively hide torches in a hole. Hang on, what did I just put up there? One of these was wrong. That one? Now I'm confused. Wait. I think one there and then I have to come out, don't I? Here? Need to get one up a bit higher. I still haven't actually upgraded this world to add the Power Gardens. I need to do that. It's all the data packs and everything are there. It's just I'm a little bit nervous that I still have the giant time lapse that I've been recording. I've got about 40 hours of footage of me building the giant island by our base. The one that's eventually going to house all of our sort of villager related stuff and things like that, amongst others. And I'm that paranoid about losing the footage and by upgrading the mods that I'm scared to upgrade the world. I mean, I think we're not really missing too much at the moment, right? We haven't actually gone looking for the biome. It would be nice to have the power oak and the resin blocks for building, especially as they're very easy to farm. And well, when I have played in a world with that stuff, it is now my favourite scaffolding block. I can do a backup just in case, but it's just I think I need to find some time. I just need to find a clear weekend or something where I can just blitz through the rest of that piece. Because once I've got the whole of it converted into dirt, I think I might then yeah, I don't know, I might then try and export the video of sort of building the disc, and then it can sort of cut after that's done. It can maybe cut to us doing this on an industrial scale, and that would be a good point for me to, if I export the first video, then I can sort of what if we had a massive contrast here between the 3 long one and then a 1. I can export the massive video, and then I can upgrade, and then if it can pick up the old, once I've upgraded the version and everything else, if the replay footage still works fine, then happy days. I can use it to export the whole thing at a later date. But if the replay footage decides that it's not going to work, then at least I can sort of cut from, I can export the next step and then just do a cut in DaVinci or something between the two. I'm not particularly. It's such a. I feel like I kind of made a mistake in that I've never really done a Minecraft video before, and this was probably going to be the first thing that I put up as an actual video, an edited video on the channel from Minecraft, as opposed to a stream. But I've never really done one, and so me being me, I decided the best thing I could possibly do was to take on the most ridiculously massive and gargantuan project possible. And that would be my first attempt. It's like, it's not really, it wasn't really the smart move, right? So I could have done something nice and small and simple, but nope. I'm going all in, and I'm going to record record like, I don't know, I think by the time I finish that island, it's going to be like 60, 80 hours of footage or something. I think it's at like 40 already, and I still haven't finished the top. I think before we start building any of the other four islands in that area, we're definitely going to need some sort of a dirt farm, automated dirt farm that will produce us a massive amount of dirt. And then we can build using that. So maybe we can do something that will do moss to rooted dirt by growing azaleas. Yeah. You should No, I've seen some of your videos with voiceover story, and you shouldn't sell yourself short. What I've found is, and I've known this for a long time because I've done a bunch of sort of public speaking industry events in the past. In the before days, before the Great Plague struck us all, I used to speak at industry events quite often, and a lot of them would be recorded. And I don't think I've ever managed to watch a single one of them back without cringing. And it's because the voice we hear in our head, we don't hear the voice we create. So most of what we hear is our, like, I think it's our larynx, like, vibrating up through the jawbone and then vibrating the ear bones directly, as opposed to like what our voice sounds like if it's passing through air. So I think that's the short of it. But because it's not the voice we think we have. The voice everyone else hears is very different to the voice we think we have, the voice we hear. So then when you hear it back, it sounds so foreign, so strange to you that it feels off. Whereas in reality, that's just the same voice everyone else has always heard, right? And well, I like to believe no one's ever come up to you and said, your voice is terrible, and if they have, then that person is a dick. And You should probably not be wasting your time on them, but alright, you see the fact that now I'm jealous. The fact that you even have a recording studio cupboard. I mean, I say that with jealousy, but I do have a big office of my own because that was part of why I moved into this flat in the first place. Back when I did, was that it's like the one time I get to be all hipster and be like, hey, I was working from home before it was cool. So I can't really be jealous of a recording closet when I have a giant office, but I feel like I do need, at some point I probably need to look at my recording settings. I don't know. I need someone that knows what they're doing to help me set this stuff up, because when I hear my recordings or my voice next to others when in like things where I've collabed in the past, everyone else's audio setup seems to come through far cleaner than mine does. See, I'm just going to ignore the fact that you have a walk-in closet, because that is peak jealousy inducing right there. I don't know. I think it's an accent thing with me. I have it's not so much a soft voice, it's a soft accent. I have a South London accent, which is about as muted an accent as you'll find anywhere in the English speaking world. It's actually the accent that they modelled, like BBC English, the really posh sort of newscaster English accent on. So they effectively they took my really plain, boring sort of poor person accent from the slums, poshed it up a bit, and that is what the newscasters and so on in the UK used for many a year. So like in the past, some of my friends have accused me of sounding really posh when I'm drunk, but it's more just that they associate the sort of BBC English accent with posh folk. And I'm not actually doing that. I'm just slowing down. I'm just having to think a lot harder about what I'm saying because my brain's not working very well. And therefore I'm slowing down what I'm saying. And then suddenly they're like, oh, why are you talking posh? So no, not posh, just the old brain ain't firing on all cylinders. I'm doing my best not to slur. Let's put one there. But yeah, South London, it has one of the most boring accents in the whole of the English world. There's no twangs, there's no... yeah. See, look, if they're already accusing you of being posh and then you're ordered to buy the next round, that's going to end badly for your wallet, right? They're going to be, posh boy's buying. roll out the good stuff. I think that one's going to backfire. Actually, let me put the torches in that hand and then I'll be able to see what I'm doing a bit more. Okay, so we're getting... Oh, this is getting a bit more enclosed, right? There's so much of this that needs to be. I think this may be a multi-stream project. This one may stretch over a couple of streams while we get this into shape. I think well, I think it may end up being at my I've had a busy week and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing project, which if I'm honest is why I chose this. I haven't actually had much time to spend in this world since our last visit. It's been well, you know what it's like when you go back to work after a holiday, right? No good break goes unpunished. So it's been a week. So I managed to do a bit last week after the stream, before I'd actually gone back to work. As last week's stream was basically the morning after I landed. But yeah. Oh. My heart basically shot up there and nearly choked me as I fell there. I was like, oh crap, I'm going over the edge. Okay, let's is it dark enough to sleep yet? Let's try and have a look at what we've got so far. Oh, well, that was the weekend after I got back. So I'd sort of been back, had a day. Been back to the office for a couple of days. Had a day off, and then I did the coding stream. But I was still I still hadn't got anything done. I still hadn't fully gotten out of the holiday for that one. Fortunately, when I got back last week from my travels, we came back, and then the next morning, we had a bit of a leak in the plumbing, so we had no water for a couple of days, which meant effectively it wasn't until like the weekend that I could actually even start to unpack and stuff. Yeah, so it was while I was streaming we found the leak. But so I went in, I turned the water off, and yeah, I just came back and carried on streaming because it's like there's not much you can do at that point, right? You let the people that need to know, and then all you can do is sort of wait for a plumber. It's just it took them a while. I think that's cool. Yeah, it is what it is, and not much you can really do, but not what you want when you've just got back and you've got like 2 suitcases full of washing that needs doing. What are we doing here? How are we actually doing now? Let's have a little nose. Okay. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate it. Oh, wow. Okay. We've actually made it further around than I thought. It's like this is actually coming together quite nicely. Where are we at? Are we halfway? Yeah, I think we're coming up to halfway around on this. When in doubt, play video games, right? Okay, yeah, I don't hate this. This is not bad. Just check none of these light sources are sort of melting things in the corners. No, those seem fine. It's like the trouble we have with this farm is too much light will break it. And then, so I want to make sure these pistons opening isn't gonna ruin anything. But it looks okay. It looks okay. Yeah, this is actually coming together. It doesn't feel too uniform. This is something I found over the years is that human beings are incredibly bad at random. We are like we're just absolutely terrible at it. We can't. It just doesn't. We just can't do it. Our brains can't handle it. We like our patterns. One of the prime examples of this, for instance, is well, actually a very bad example of this, because the vast majority of people on YouTube nowadays, yep, I'm going to make you all feel old. The vast majority of people on YouTube nowadays won't actually remember this, but the original iPod, used to randomize things rather than shuffle. So rather than take all of your tracks, shuffle them up into a random order, and then sort of play them back in that randomized order. It used to just pick one at random and play it. And our brains can't actually handle that, right? So because it was not going through the whole selection before coming back to a song. Like people would swear blind that their device had had a favorite song or favorite songs. Because our brains just naturally sort of, they're just naturally drawn towards patterns. So if you try and if you ask someone to like just keep giving you random numbers, they won't actually be random, right? There will be underlying patterns to them, where we will try to come up with a pattern that we think will look like random. I mean, it seems kind of dumb, right? But you got to think this is going back quite a while, and what the iPod was one of the first majorly successful MP3 players. Anything using a CD or a cassette tape or so on didn't really have a random function, right? It wasn't something. It played things sequentially, so it would play through from start to end. And then suddenly you got these devices that have thousands upon thousands of or hundreds of songs on them, as opposed to 12 or, well, a bunch more on a mini disc, but and then it's like, okay, and then people are like, okay, I want to play this, and then when the feature you're trying to sell is like, okay, yeah, we'll just sort of mix it up for you, then picking songs at random kind of makes sense, right? That would be your first instinct. That's how, like, when people put a randomized playlist on, that's sort of what they think is happening, but it's just picking a song at random and playing it. But the sort of what people want versus what they ask for, different things. I mean, there was things that did play random playlists. So there were like things like Winamp and other sort of MP3 players that ran on computers. They had this solved already, so it's kind of more for Apple for trying to do their own, for trying to figure everything out and do things on their own, rather than sort of looking at what others had already done. But it's but it effectively, that was what people wanted, right? People wanted random songs. Well, that's what people thought they wanted. People thought they wanted random songs. What they actually wanted was a list of songs that had been shuffled, and then to play that list back in order. But no one was actually asking for that. This is actually one of the biggest problems you find as like someone that builds software, especially someone whose job is more about defining what software should do, like the stuff that I do as a day job, is that you kind of have to listen to people tell you what they want. Then you have to ignore that and figure out what it is they're actually asking for. Like, what is it? You have to listen to what people think they want, and then you have to figure out what they actually want. Because the two are rarely the same. And then going one further, listening to what people think they want and figuring out what they actually need is a whole different kettle of fish. Because those two tend to be even further apart. But yeah, but looking at the randomness though, it's very hard to see that. That I don't like. You'd never put songs on at random and would put them in the order for you. I guess if you're into curating stuff and things, then that sort of makes sense. I'm not really a music person. If you want to save an absolute fortune in your adulthood, then I would suggest, if you're young and you want to save an absolute fortune when you're old, I would highly suggest you go stand next to some speakers at music gigs in your youth, and then you'll never have to worry about needing expensive audio equipment in the future, because your ears are going to be screwed and you're not going to hear the difference. Oh, and actually, no, disclaimer, that was sarcastic. That was a joke. Do not do that. Do not mess your ears up and then sue the random dude on the internet who told you to do something stupid. What we can do with this one? Maybe if we take it up one there. Bring it down there. How does that look? That's a bit more out. I think that's a bit more what we're after. Maybe I'll get rid of that one as well, actually. I do not listen to posh music. I effectively listen to one of two things. I have a few playlists that I will put on random of like some sort of like lo-fi stuff that has a I forget what the effect is called, but effectively it's an effect where it rotates the source of the music around you if you've got sort of stereoscopic headphones. So it sounds as if the music's just coming from different directions, and because I have a spicy brain, that tickles it in the way that it very much appreciates. So effectively with that, it doesn't really matter what the music is. It's more how it's played. And then if I'm actually listening to music for the sake of music, so that's the sort of thing I tend to put on if I'm working, if I need to drown out a noisy office or something, or if I'm just out in the streets wandering. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff I see, they call it 8D, which is a weird name for it, but I'm not going to argue. As long as they keep making it and it keeps tickling my brain, they can call it whatever the hell they want. But yeah, if I'm actually listening to music for the sake of music, I tend to listen more to symphonic metal, which is effectively what you get if you take a old-fashioned metal band and put a soprano opera singer in charge of vocals. And I think again that is just another thing in that tickles my brain in ways that it likes. Yeah, you've got like panoramic and surround sound as things, but then you've also got now the stereoscopic stuff where it's sort of I don't know, it uses algorithms and crap to figure out what levels to have each of the channels going into your left and right ears at to make it sound a bit more surround than what is traditionally called surround sound, which I think is normally just the way it's recorded. But yeah, I don't know. I to be honest, I don't care enough to look at how it works. Yeah, there is something about taking a metal band and then like just putting a soprano in front of it that works so well. It's like it is the best as far as I'm concerned. But to each their own. Others may disagree. They're free to have their wrong opinions. But yeah, it is just so good. Bands like Nightwish will be the one if anyone wants to look stuff up. Did I like Elvis? Not much of an Elvis fan, no. Never really been my sort of jam. But well, I say that and I claim to be a metalhead, but I swear I will equally. I'm equally happy to rock out to a bit of Tay-Tay as well, if it's going. Don't get any further away from metal than that, right? So. That one has to come down one. We go in here. Maybe this is a bit too. Let's come down one there. Actually running out of stone. Yeah, Elvis was never really my jam. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to put the torch up there. Let's have a quick look with the cheaty cam. Save us from actually getting up there and exploring, and make sure. Okay, so we need to spawn proof over here. This is all good. But this bit here, so this is okay, where I'm facing to the side. I will remember my keybinds at some point, I swear. Let's have a quick sleep. I do when it comes to the to more classical artists. Growing up, I was always a bit more of a Queen fan than things like Elvis. Gotta love yourself a bit of the Freddie Mercury. Hey, Aaron. Oh. I realise I haven't dropped any links in today. I've got some folk with some cool channels in the chat. So there's Waddle, the story, and then if you're into tabletop RPGs, then Aaron has a Discord server that you will thoroughly enjoy, where they all get together and play that and spend a significant amount of time trying to convince me to join them. Yeah, Freddie Mercury was a genius. That dude could actually. Wait, I put the torch. Where did I put the torch? I swear this had some nasty red unlit parts. Is it not there? Or is it just me taking out an extra block that made that visible? I don't think we need that one either, to be honest. I think we can actually take this block out. My favourite fact about Freddie Mercury is that he had a piano for a headboard and could literally lay in bed, reach backward and play, which to me is just mind-blowing. Like, I learned to play piano as a child, but mostly because I think it was the cheapest after-school club. I was pretty good at it. Although a bit robotic, in that if you put sheet music in front of me, I used to be able to play. No, oh, we had one of those a little while back. Let's put a long one there instead. Yeah, but like the thought of playing one behind my head is just crazy. Unfortunately, I can never play anything by ear, and I sucked royally at composing anything. But I could only play I could only play sheet music. I was nothing new, nothing original, but and now I can't read sheet music, so it's been a long time I've forgotten, so I couldn't so I can't play anything, but but yeah, but yeah, the thought that he could actually just like lay in bed, flip open the lid of the piano, and then just sort of play is absolutely mind blowing, right? It's like, how do you even learn to do that? To be honest, the other reason I learned to play the piano was kind of, it was a good excuse to not have to be in any of the enforced sort of I don't know if they have them in other countries, but in the UK you have assemblies in school where basically they round up the entire school. You all have to sit on the floor in a room, and then someone gives out a bunch of announcements and stuff and other boring crap, and then often different classes end up having to do something for the assembly. It's meant to be, I don't know, it's meant to be of some sort of value. I could never see any rhyme or actual reason behind it, or any way in which it will help you in the long run. But they used to make us do it anyway, and by learning to play the piano, I could basically just get out of having to stand on stage and do any kind of drama or acting or other such nonsense, and I could sit off to the side with the and make music while other people did stuff on stage and looked silly. All right. I think we're coming up to 3/4 of the way there on this like top layer. I feel like it might actually be getting closer. Yeah, I think other people used to enjoy that sort of stuff. Me, not so much. Not my jam. Okay, this will probably need one longer one along here somewhere. How are we looking now? actually, I think that's maybe a bit too long. One, two. No. Okay, no, that's fine. That one's not though. That one needs to go back. It's trimmed. That needs to be. That bit there needs to be trimmed. I think that needs to go back. See, you're not gonna manage to convince me, Aaron, unfortunately. It's the it's less the genre of the game and more just how they work in general. I am too controlling of my actions, etc., to sort of lean into roleplay stuff. It's the roleplay nature of those games those sort of games that the character side that is the problem when I've tried them in the past. It's like things like Once Upon a Time I'm fine with, because that's more of a narrative thing, right? World building, storytelling, that sort of stuff I can get behind, but it's the playing a part in that narrative that doesn't sit with me. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, LARPing would be an example of something else that I would never be able to really get into. But it's like telling a story. Like, I have no problem with being crazy. Aaron has played. Well, me, Aaron, and two of our friends played a game called Once Upon a Time with its creator. I think we actually might have traumatized the guy. Yeah, I think we might have actually scared him a bit, because I think we showed him a few things about his game that even he hadn't considered. Took it in ways that even he wouldn't have thought that it could go, but. But yeah, so it's like that sort of thing. Fine, I'm maybe I could get into something more like that, but anything that sort of requires taking up a role. It's not going to work. Where are we? Let's go down a couple of blocks. I mean, the other constraint as well is time. It's like there is already barely enough time in a week for projects. See if it involves my hometown, then I am definitely not interested. If it involves my hometown, I'm out. There's a reason I ran away. So, unless it's burning it to the ground. And removing the stain that it is from existence, then laughing as a Karen. Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's my problem is not games. It's anything where you end up playing a character. So things like Once Upon a Time, things like a Munchkin or something. Fine with all that. But yeah, not really an RPO. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a. Oh, this is a Oh, it's a zombie villager. Nice one. Okay, so therefore we need to do some lighting up over it. As I said, too controlling. It is a side effect of having spent far too long keeping the spicy brain in from misbehaving too much in public. Okay, we're nearly there on the we're nearly there on this now. Final corner of the circle. Yeah, well, if there is anything like that you are thinking about Valcon, which is a sort of online convention for the game Valheim, Aaron would actually be a good one to have a little chat with, as he has organised a bunch of sort of events and conferences and other such things in the past. You'll have to remind me when Valcon is and when it's running. First of February. Yeah. Yeah, 1 or 200. But well, 1 or 200 events, but I don't think it's that many conferences, right? But still a significant amount. And far more than I've run. Where are we here? So we need to go there and there. And we have a massive hole there, so we probably need to put one there. Is there actually a let me have a quick, you did post something in Discord about it, right? Is there a, what have we got? Gaming, show and tell. Here we go. Copy link. So let me dump a link in here to the let's remove the creepy little share tracking parameter, and there we go. So that's the that is a link to the Valcon video if anyone is interested. Obviously don't go and watch it now because I definitely deserve everyone's utmost attention. But after, go for it. Alright, thanks for joining, Story, and sleep well. Sleep well. Yeah, no, you gotta have a little bit of the cheekiness in there, right? bit worried about what I'm going to do about these slabs. Sort of getting those encased, because I don't really want to swap them out for stone, because I'd rather all of the functional parts be on the smooth stone and all of the redstone bits be on the smooth stone, but I don't really want them showing through either, so I might have to bring these down a little bit just to hide things. But I guess that can come down a bit, and then over this side where it's not quite so tight, we can mix in the longer ones, the less shallow. So how's this side looking? Okay, we've got a hole there. But, this is. I don't like this bit here, but sort of it is curving down well now. I definitely don't hate it as a whole. I think we're doing good work here. I think one thing Minecraft gives me as well is an appreciation of like when you play a game that is less sandbox and more like a curated experience, like the amount of effort that goes into curating that experience. No, that's not wanted. Oh. That's not helpful. Yeah, the level of effort that goes into curating that experience, right? So we're just like building this one blocky island. Right, but when you think about games where they've had to sculpt the entire terrain for an area, and it's not, and like things that aren't blocky games, right? it's kind of crazy the amount of effort that must go into those. This is why, like in the game I'm building, I knew from the start I was going to lean into procedural generation, because I just don't think I have it in me to design something by hand. Like to sculpt the whole thing. And also knowing that it's like algorithmically generated, I'm gonna feel less. I think I can be less perfectionist about it. So I'll be able to accept small imperfections a bit more than if I was oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think I'll be able to accept the small imperfections a bit more when I know that it's being generated by algorithms than if I was sort of hand cranking it myself. So if some terrain isn't like spot on, I think I'll be able to live with it a bit more. steel. That's a bit weird, that corner. Let's finish off this side and see how it looks, though. It may work, it may work. So we go here, we have 1, 2. Why is that? I don't think those need to be there, do they? No. That's 1, 2, 1, 2. That one is unneeded. I want to try and keep these to the ones that are outside facing as much as possible so that we can oh, that was stupid. So that we can sort of use it more as a guide more when we come to doing the lower bits. Yeah, that didn't need to be there. Can we get up there and get that block? There we go. Yeah, I think that's I think once we've got more of this in as well, and we've got more of a floor, it'll be easier to get into these top corners. And I think what I'll do is I'll go around and I'll probably replace most of these torches with glow lichen. Let's go. Yeah, so what have we got here? We've got 2. Let's take that one out. We don't need that. So we come in. Let's put a torch up there somewhere. Oh, no, that is not what I was trying to do. Pick those up in a bit. Put one there. Then we want to come out here. And I guess we also want one there. On the back here. How is that? Okay, that's good. That's growing on me. I thought the corner was going to be a bit too cornery there. Or, well, I thought it was going to be a bit too square the way that juts in. But when we look at it in the whole, it's actually not too bad. I think it works. As long as we don't keep the pattern going, I think we'll be okay. Alright, that's off. That's the top part, and I think from here we're going to start curving it in more. I think we need to bring it in. So I think each layer is just going to bring it in. Bring it in by one, and then we will maybe put a bit of variation in there. But I think now we want to go and get some tough blocks and start to transition the color a bit. Still have my sword. I don't want to be carrying that around with a risk of yeeting it into the void. I think that is possibly the most expensive thing I have to recreate. Actually, no. I think the it's either that or the boots. I think one of the boots might actually have more enchantments and things on them. And I'm not even sure if I put Swift Sneak back on my pants, but on the trousers. But if I did, then that is definitely far more expensive. As the longer we can stay away from having to do another ancient city, the better. That was a lot of work. Although we do have a few that we found, so we could try and sneak in and get some stuff from them, but I'm going to take a 2-second break. I will be right back. Or you go grab a drink, stay hydrated, stretch, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay. Hope you guys are all hydrated now. I just chugged the last of a cold latte. Hopefully you guys will have something a bit better. Okay, let's leave some of this behind. See, that stuff I will never understand. I am not a great fan of the energy drinks, mostly because they all taste absolutely terrible. It's like you'd think at least one person would sort of look at that market and go, you know what? I'm going to make one of these and I'm going to make it not taste like garbage. mean, I tend to avoid caffeine where I can, but if I was still going hard on the caffeine like I used to, which is basically why I don't do it anymore. It turns out that I cannot be trusted. As a student, I used to wash back the caffeine tablets with the energy drinks, and that is not a sensible thing to be doing. But it was obviously not giving me what I needed. But if I was to get back to that sort of place again, I think what I would want, rather than say an energy drink, right, would be some sort of like a regular tea or coffee. Like, it's like, I know you can sort of over caffeinate yourself by basically just making like batshit crazy strong coffee, and that will do it. But if you could sort of have just a nice, a regular sort of tasting, ordinary sort of coffee or tea, like a nice sort of tea, like not your crappy English breakfast or Earl Greys and all those sort of things. I'm talking like a nice sort of fine silver needle tea, or a really sort of tasty coffee, right, rather than a strong one. But then somehow like add more caffeine to it. No, this is a bit too. Yeah, this is a bit too sharp, I think. On that side. You don't drink tea unless. If you drink tea, it has to be 2 or 3 tea bags steeped for 10 minutes, like it starts. No, Aaron, get out. Get out now. That is unacceptable behaviour. I don't think we can be friends anymore. Okay. This is a bit tight, but maybe if we go with the darker tough around here, it will make it a bit less. And we want to be sort of. I think this layer is the transition layer, right? It's this where the tough sort of is some of the blocks, but not all of it. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this edge bits is where this sort of edge. I think where we need the lighter blocks. Unfortunately. See, I do remember Lorian, and it makes sense that he would drink decaf and use it to wash down some caffeine tablets, because he is the closest thing I've ever met to a real life evil genius. I haven't heard from him in years, but I assume he sort of lives in some sort of weird decked out cave in a mountain somewhere, where he's sort of plotting to cut James Bond in half with a laser or something. I'm doing too much tough here, but I think it's going to be easier just to ring the shape in, and then I'll come back and I'll swap some of it out for stone, and then the next layer I think will be just tough. The next layer I think will be just tough, and then maybe we'll then go. We'll have to have a look and see if we go down then to a sort of mix of tough and of the deep slate. See, your problem there is you send me memes on Instagram, and I haven't logged into my Instagram account in quite a while. And when I do log in, it is a push channel to me, and I don't tend to look at anything that's I don't tend to look at anything that is on there. I think the only Instagram account I've really looked at in the last well over a year has been my own. It's basically just a photo gallery for me. Somewhere to put photos somewhere to put non-private photos. I mean, if you really want to not reach me, you could always send things to my Twitter account, because that gets even less attention. And then this, just recently I had to have the why don't you respond to me on Facebook chat with the parents, and sort of explain that I do not log in there either. I think this layer is a bit too uniform. I think it needs a bit more. I think we need a bit more. I think it needs a bit more to it. It needs to break it up a bit more. Although I'll tell you what though, I do have Facebook Messenger logged in on my phone, which I didn't even realize I still had installed. I definitely don't have the actual Facebook app installed. But somehow it was still installed and connected. And here's a blast from the past for you, Aaron. I actually got a message the other day from Jason. Who I've not heard from in a very good number of years now. Yeah, it's like that's going right back. I think the algorithm had served up a memory of something of something we'd done like 10, 12 years ago. But yeah, I think he'd been sort of served up a reminder. I guess he's the only person left on there. I guess he probably has a reason to still be connected to it, but some connections or something through there he can't move elsewhere. But yeah, he got a memory or something from years back, and then actually did the non-old person thing of sending me a private message about it rather than some sort of public tag. What was that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Where's my... No. Go away. Okay. Can we get our sword? Can we use our sword? Oh no, they're picking stuff up, so they're not even going to despawn. Where's that? Where? Okay. Where did they come from? Oh, Waddle will be upset. She has missed to death. Look at this as well. This just in the time we've been streaming, we're already what 1, 2, 3, 4 deep on regenerating that ice block. Okay, let's see if we can spot. Okay. So there is there is a dark spot over there. which is which way? That way. Okay. Let's put the sword away for now. Where was it? Is it up there? Fat fingering all of the things? No, it was this way. Okay. So over this way. Ah, okay. Yes, I can see. I can see it now. Is the problem with this world is that spawning is so concentrated that one mistake and that's it. They just start pouring out. Okay. So we've got a ring of tuff around there. Let's put in one more layer of the tuff, and then I think we need to go back and mix some of this first layer with the cobblestone. And I also want to see how this looks, because I'm worried that we might need to put a bit more variation in it. I think this is going to be a bit plain. So we're going to need the odd block that just comes down a bit further. Over the Christmas period, I've been playing on a regular Minecraft server as well. Just a little bit of casual Minecrafting with friends, but I actually built some of the farms we have in this world in that one, and it is so much easier to get the resources together to build something in a regular world. It was like actually getting stuff together, getting to the nether, getting onto the nether roof, and starting to build some farms and stuff there was so much quicker than we did in this world. It was I was actually starting to waver a bit about Skyblock, thinking like, it's like, because it's like, what do I actually want from my game? Do I want to just be able to build stuff and enjoy it? And I did waver a little bit, but as I said, I built some of the farms from this world. So I built the magma cream farm that we built way back when. Hi Sergeant, welcome in. Oh, there's been a couple of people in the chat. Yeah, I built a couple of the farms from this world in you don't have to sub to chat. The chat is open. I mean, if you want to like and sub, you can like and sub, but it's always appreciated, but I'm not going to force anyone. You haven't got to do anything, right? But yeah, I built a few of the Skyblock farms that we have. And the rates you get from them are so abysmal, like in a regular world versus what you get here. Like the gold farm, for instance, is just so slow in comparison. The same with magma cream farm, right? It's like there's it is actually scary, like the amount of resources we get from the farms in this one versus in a regular world. And I guess it's because the spawning algorithm does mean that things spawn more often the lower you are in the world. Yeah, things spawn more often the lower you are in the world. So that so the fact that we can build all our farms at the bottom of the world gives them a massive boost, and the fact that we have no other spawnable space for in the world around our farms is helps them immensely. But I didn't really appreciate just how much, right? And to get the same results in a regular world, we'd have to build like a world eater and actually carve out a humongous sort of chunk of the world just to actively destroy all of that space just to get the same results. We get so much of that for free in this world, right? It's just something I never really sort of thought about in the past. It's just how much. So I've got it's not Skyblock definitely ups the. When I knocked that down, I destroyed the snow layer at the top, didn't I? Let's put that back. Yeah, Skyblock definitely ups the challenge in a lot of things, but it's like just having a natural perimeter for farms. Like the amount of resources our mob farm cranks out compared to what we would get in a regular world. It's actively sort of quite scary. Okay. Let's can I actually get through this if I put that there? Okay, so if I put 2 layers of the snow on, it doesn't actually let me through. Right, things I learned. I did kind of assume that was the case, which is why there was only one, but better to test scientific method and all that business. All right. So how are we looking now? If I go free cam for a sec, how's this actually starting to look? Okay, the bottom is a bit boring. So I think we do need a bit more variation, maybe in this layer as well. And definitely in this one. I think putting more stone in there might help, but I think we probably need some more variance in the height of it still there. Because this upper bit is looking alright, but and these corners are not. But I'm not sure there's much I can do, as the farm does butt up tight against them. I could maybe rework this rail to go sort of turn in here, come along and go up one here. I could do that on all of the, no, I couldn't do it on this. Well, I could come down to put a turn there, come down. And I'm kind of relying on the 3 here to give me the momentum. Although actually no, it's got a powered rail there. If I put another powered rail on this horizontal, it should make it up the side. I think we're gonna have to rework the rails a bit, because the corners are not. Yeah, these corners do not look good. If I could push them back a bit, I think it would look better. Yeah. Alright, that was a very spammy visitor we had there in the chat. Alright, let's get up there and have a look at what we can do with the rails. What do I need? Let's put these blocks down. And those can go in this random one. Yeah, I mean they weirdly, I don't know, they deleted their own messages and left. I don't know. Weird behavior. So I can play my old man. I trying to understand kids these days sort of card. Okay. So I could probably rework this a bit, right? So if I come out do that, and then I put a lever on this side. Oh. Oh, that was not too smart. Let's get some food in me. I guess it could have been, they could have got themselves done for spamming or something. I don't know. I don't think YouTube would be sort of policing that though, right? And I didn't press any buttons, and there's no mods here at the moment, so can I? That's gone past. Can we quickly get in here and edit this route to go that way, and then one there? Oh, is that not? There we go, yeah. So now, but even then, it's like, even if they were spamming other channels, and I would have thought it would just be down to like mods on those channels blocking them on those channels or something. I wouldn't have thought it would be sort of, I don't think you could sort of get yourself a more global ban or anything for, I don't know, maybe YouTube polices this stuff better than I expected. But yeah, the fact the messages all disappeared one after the other as well, and not at once. So I sort of saw it happening. Makes me think that they actually just deleted their own messages and moved on. Said weird behaviour, but to each their own. To each their own. So what do we have here now? So we've got this wider one, and that comes back into there. Should this be a bit further back? What sort of route do I take the other side? So 2, and these have just gone 1, 2, 2. Okay, and these have gone 2, 2, 2. Right, and then maybe this one is more like that. yeah, I try and give the benefit of the doubt, so I don't think I've actually banned anyone from here, but then I also don't think my channel's that big and sort of probably doesn't attract that much sort of that many spammers, to be honest. It's probably not an attractive target. Okay, so those go threes. So we have 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then. This layer is giving me some trouble. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the other side, I think these are in there. And then I guess we put a regular stone one up there. It goes 3, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 3, and then this is 2. Oh. Okay, and then it goes a 2, and then it's going in. Where did those drop? Ah. The top blocks do have very satisfying sound to them when you place and break them. Let's have a quick look at what we've got there. Okay, that looks better. So I still think it's a bit too uniform, but missing some blocks there as well. It's still a little bit too uniform, but I think maybe I will get away with just adding in a mix of the stone blocks into the tuff. It's like putting to sort of help it transition a bit better. I think I might go mostly for the corners and stuff. Let's go and actually pick some stuff up. Okay, smooth stone goes in this one, and the levers, and then we'll grab stone and tuff from this one, and probably don't need that slab anymore. Oh, we've got a hole here. Oh no, that was the one I just took out to replace, wasn't it? Yeah, I think let's just have a little play around with putting some of the stone in. See what we get in terms of how this looks. Put one in along here. Where's my? There we go. Which side was I working on? This side, wasn't it? Okay, that's a bit better. If I think with the mix of the tough and the cobble in there, it's not looking quite as bad as it was. Like this looks no. But I think this bit is looking a bit better. Alright, so you just need to mix a bit more of the stone in with the tough. Then maybe we're okay. I guess maybe on this long edge we could probably bring a couple of these up a bit. Yeah, I think that's the key there. So when we look at like here, for instance, if we just take one out there. Maybe two. And then we head over. Which way was it? Was it this way? Yeah, it's this way. No, it wasn't this side. Is it over here? Yes. Okay, here it is. So then let's try stone. Okay, yeah, I think that works. Maybe we can do a similar thing. Take these corners out a bit, extend behind. Maybe these should be tough, actually. Oh, no, that wasn't the one I wanted to bring out. But, so let's put a tough block there. But I did say I'd take out the corner ones, didn't I? So. Is that one as well? What do we have now in terms of? Oh no, wait, it wasn't the inside corners, duh. That's that was not clever. I think the tough maybe works a bit better. Let's undo this. What was this? This was there and there, and then that one. Put that in there. And this one was also dish. And this one goes all the way around, so if we come in here and take this one out, maybe put tough in there. I think where the equivalent one on this side would be. So we've got, it'd be here. Oh, I think I lost that. Put that there. What do we have? What does this look like now? Okay, I think that's a bit, I think that works. Maybe we take out a couple on this side as well. Maybe we take out two next to each other. We'll go here and here. Put the tough in this one. That's a bit too much. think it's a bit too central as well, so I think maybe if I put these back, but then take out maybe this one. Oh. What does it look like now? Okay, I think I need to be narrowing this edge, this circle side down a bit as well. So I feel like it's too straight here. This edge is too straight. Ah, we have a wandering trader. I don't have any emeralds nearby, so do I even want to go and look? I guess I could run back to the base and pick some emeralds up and come back, but if he has anything good. Let's go pay him a visit and see what he's got. But I'm not sure what I still need from him though. I think I have most of what I can get from him. What do we have? Lily pad, no. We've got glowstone. We can make glowstone from the witches in the mob farm. I don't think we have an urgent need for it. We've got pumpkin seeds. We've got pumpkin seeds and pumpkin. That's a bit much, right? We've got plenty of lily pads from the. Don't have any pufferfish. But do we need pufferfish? Okay. Actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get some emeralds. Hopefully he'll still be here when we get back. And I think the pufferfish will be useful because we can use the puffers to make water breathing potions. And at some point in the not too distant future, we're going to have to do one of these. And I feel like some water breathing potions will be quite handy when that time comes. I think it's pufferfish for a water breathing potion. But actually no, we have plenty of it's the dead pufferfish that we need for the water breathing potions, and we have plenty of those from the fishing, so okay, no, I don't, maybe he doesn't have anything we need. While we're here though, let's grab ourselves some deep slate. And bring that across, because I think we're going to want to transition into this soon. Yeah, no, I don't think the Wandering Trader has much for us. Today. When we do start building more, I think I want a lot more of the mini blocks, because I think they'll be great for decorating. But where did I dump all my stuff? Ah, here it is. Okay, let's have me bits back. More stone. Stone, more tough. I think when I was looking, I think the fact that this is just sort of flowing straight down and not sort of coming in and getting narrow, I think that is a problem. So I think maybe stuck. There it is. So maybe if I do something like this. Oh. Put a that sort of brings that line in. I guess this line will also need to come in. So where did I bring it in? I brought it in on that level there. Let's try. Where do I bring that one in? Those have to come in. So then it's that. Oh, a bit tough there. I guess this one as well. Okay. Actually, let's get some daylight and have a look in the light. That's the kind of begrudge sleeping at the moment because the night sky is so nice. So which side did I do it in? Ah, this one. Yeah, it was this one, wasn't it? So I think it's a little bit better, right? I'm just still not convinced. Maybe this. Let me. I think was it this side that I was looking at? Yeah, so I've given this. I've pulled this in a bit, but let's try. I think if we take out a couple there, probably get away with a couple of them on that side, and then we'll see how it looks, and we'll try and mix it up a bit more. And I think so far I've been sort of chaotically doing all the different sides at once. With this, I think maybe I should focus on one side, get this kind of right, and then I just do not like this lower bit as much as the upper bit. What if so you looked at this bit, I took that out. Or maybe we take this one out and we go how does that look? I mean, that's a bit more interesting, right? A little bit more interesting. Oh, it's so hard. I can't really decorate the sides as much in this biome as well. So if I was in like with this island, because it's so stony, but I guess I could switch some of these up I could switch some of these up for Earth, I guess, at the top, but I think I need to switch up some of these as well. Maybe here. No, that's... Actually, I think that was actually probably okay. Right, it does break it up a bit, that side. I think maybe I need something here. So where would that be? That would be here. So what if I take out this one and put in a I guess it's making it a bit more interesting, right? I'm not 100% sure of that one now, but it's so hard to know what to be doing here. Let's try that. I think this one I kind of want to put back to. Yeah, that one kind of works. The other one was definitely not. I mean, I think it's looking. I think this is looking better. How many levels do we have to transition? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got another four layers. So I think we'll mostly do. I think maybe another round of tough. I think it needs a bit more jaggedness to it and round and things. So I think another one of the tough, and then we'll switch to the deep slate and then we'll mix the black stone. Well, yeah, I think we'll have one more tough, and then we'll have a tough and deep slate, and then deep slate and black stone, and then we'll have the floor. I guess the floor will mostly be deep slate. A bit of black stone here and there. It does need to be coming in though, because otherwise we'll have too, it will look too cylindrical. But also, I think when I tapered the edges, it looks, yeah, I think when it's sort of straight down like this, like just a staircase on the side, it's not quite as good. Whereas, hang on, I think the side I did was that one, wasn't it? Let me get some food so I can move around. Was it the side that I tapered in? Yeah, I think that works better. Yeah, I think that's, no. Wait, that's not tapered either. Which side did I edit? Oh, I'm losing my mind. Side? No. Is it the back? Ah, yeah, I think it was this side. Yeah, no, it wasn't this side either. Hang on, let's have a look at the cam. That's pretty, it wasn't that side. Or that side. On that side, huh? What is going on here? I'm sure I messed with one of the sides, right? Ah, it was this one, right? I think it was this one. Hi Cloud, welcome. Look at that llama. just dangling there, but sorry. Hi Cloud, and welcome in, so I think I did this bit, so I think I should probably do that bit and around here. We're mostly building islands today. We had a look at the Wandering Trader, and I don't think he's got much that we want. He's just hanging out there and apparently dangling his llamas. So what have we got here? Yes, this side needs work. Oh my god, that looks so ridiculous. I kind of want him to never despawn now, so that just stays there forever. So this side looks a bit better. So I think we want to bring the edges in this side in a bit. So if we go for this one, let's try corner. We'll go 2 there. We'll put wait. I took them out and I put them straight back in as they were. That is alright, maybe we're getting towards the point where I should call it for the stream. It's been a long stream today. It's been a long stream, but this has been good. I've enjoyed putting these bits together. So hang on. No. That's too far in. Okay, so I did it and then I messed it up more. Is that what I did? Okay, so we want that out there. I only wanted to take one off of that side. Okay, and then this one comes in to buy an extra one. So come in one there, stay the same, one more in. And then we put that there. How does this look? Okay, I think that's a bit better. And have I already sort of brought that side bit in? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is much better now. So yeah, coming straight down here was a problem. We need to be bringing the circles in smaller each time. And then where is the actual? Okay, so this is the actual cornery. Most cornerish bit. I guess. I guess this bit needs to come in a bit more as well. That is now. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, then 3. And this side we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 5. What have we done wrong here? We just caved that one right in more so than yeah, so I think this one probably needs to come out a bit more. 1, 2, 3. So if I put another couple of blocks that side. Two. We have a 1, 2, 3, 2. Then we have this little straight bit. Okay, so this looks more. This makes this bond bit a bit more circular. Okay, I think if we look at this corner and compare it to, let's go around to the other side and look at the opposite side. Yeah, I think compared to this, I think we've definitely made some progress. I think it's definitely starting to look more island-like as well. I think we're going to need something at the top, so I wonder if the stone should sort of come up the side a bit, and then, so rather than the edge ending here, I'm wondering if we sort of need to come up a couple of blocks and then come taper back down into a basin. That might look a little bit better for this island. So so we scoot round at the bottom. We continue to scoot this round at the bottom, so we come in a bit to, let's see what we can see from a distance. Yeah, so this continues to come in like this. It scoops around at the bottom, but then it sort of goes up. And we have a sort of more jaggedy wall along the top. And then that jaggedy wall will then just sort of scoop down, and then we'll have a sort of bit here where it sort of scoots down around here, so we've got the access to the bridge, and the same this side for the bridge over to what will be the Nether Portal Island. I think this one we probably only want to we probably want to make this a much, probably only want this one to curve around to about here, right, as well, so we want to probably keep it proportional. But I think it's coming together. I think it's coming together. It's taking a little while, but I feel like we're getting there. So I think I'm gonna call the stream for now. It's 20 past 2 and I haven't had any lunch. So I will be off to get some lunch, and we will probably revisit this next week. Have another nice chilled island building session. Next week's also a special stream, and that is our next stream will be the day after my birthday. I will be turning 29 once again. It's an event that has happened so many times now. I've actually lost count of how many 29th birthdays I've had, but the important thing is while the years progress, the number stays the same. But yeah, so if you like this, give the video a like, and if you want to see the end result and join for our next stream, see how we finish up, then give the channel a subscribe, mash the notification bell, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Also this Sunday I will be streaming game dev on the other channel, and we may actually start about half an hour later next week. It being my birthday the day before, I may need a little bit of more time in the morning to, shall we say, recover. So, thank you all for joining, and bye.